All right, here we go. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? No problem. Like I said, I'm going to stream to all three. I'm going to keep doing that. There is about, last time I checked, about a 13-second delay on YouTube and about a 10-second on Twitch and about a point 0.2 second on Beam. And since the work I'm doing is with Beam right now, so I might as well, I kind of got to be on Beam. But yeah, watch on whatever one you want. If you've really got something important to say and you really want it to show up, um, I recommend Beam. But watch on whatever you feel like watching. All right, here we go. See, make a few things bigger so I can read them from over here. Old man eyes. There we go. All right, so that's the version I have. Okay. I'm busy filing bug reports. There we go. Okay. So I streamed really late last night. Got my kid to bed, and by the time I got up, it was pretty late. But I wanted to get some stuff done. Did a quick recap. Let's go over what I did then. On the wrong project. Yes. Anyway, one of the things I had been tossing around is I'm just getting so tired of running into the bugs. I realized the beta, it's early in the beta. I was just actually going ahead and writing my own package for it. But then once, of course, I started doing it, I realized how much work that's going to be. And it's not like they're not actively working on the SDK. It's just not going as fast as I would like it. And that's going to always be the case. So give them a little bit more time to keep working on it before I do anything drastic, because once they start putting in all these new features, I'm sure I'm going to be tired of trying to constantly keep up. But anyway, which one are we working? We're working on Game Lobby. We'll load this up. Okay. There's a few things I found out yesterday. The main was about the on participation state change for the participant states. Uh, when someone joins your channel, they automatically get added in, so your count goes up for participants in your room. So if you were printing this out, let's say you had 5 people and a new person coming in, it would say 6, and you can get a list of all the people in it. But when they leave your room, it doesn't take that person out of the list. So if they leave your room and come back in, it would go up to 7, and they would be in the list twice. Easy to fix. Just go ahead and see when they leave, and when they do, just remove it. So until they get that bug fixed, really, it's just 2 lines of code. It's really not that bad. Um, what else did we do? Oh, up here, we can actually trigger the cooldown. So now when they click a button, or really any control, we can go ahead and set a timer. Now this is a millisecond, so 3,000 is 3 seconds, and we set the basically the cooldown timer. Here, I'll go ahead and demo this. It's probably a little easier to see. Let's go ahead. We'll start it up. Go to there. I've got a button. I click it. We get the cooldown on it. Oh, I've increased the cost to 1 spark. And I'll turn off some of this debugging. But every other time we click it now, it doesn't do the cooldown. It's a bug. They know about it. They're working on it. When will they be done? When they're done, I guess. And while I'm here, let's actually go ahead. So they're going to be working on it. Yeah. Take this button. Let's put the cost back down to 0. Save it. And I'm not sure how long it takes. Still 1. Let me check just to make sure that did change. It might just take a while to update in the actual build. Yeah. So it's just going to take a while before it updates. That's fine. Maybe if I run it again. Oh, it's still running. Maybe I've got to stop it, restart it. Let's try that. I don't want people wasting their sparks testing stuff. I'm probably going to need a little bit of audience participation in this one. All right, there we go. So stopping it and restarting it did reset the cost for it. So great. I just wanted to see what the how it looked with the spark cost. To be honest, I liked the look of the old style better, the interactive 1.0. Obviously 2.0 we get a lot more functionality. But to each their own, right? It's playing, that's why. I want to be where the player responds. So anyway, yeah, those were the 2 main bugs that I was playing around with last night. Today I want to go ahead and switch it over. Oh, first things first, let's go ahead. We'll switch this to just minimal. And we'll go ahead and, oh yeah, so today I want to go ahead and switch over. Instead of adding them automatically to a team, I'm going to go ahead and put them into a pool of people. And then when we get enough people, then have it randomly put them in a team. It'll be easier that way too, to check to see if someone's already joined the game. And if they have, don't let them join again type thing. As far as changing the interface per player, that is coming. It's just not in the clients yet, so I don't have access to code that. I'm not sure if I could do it if I was going through WebSockets or not. I was unclear in the answer they gave me, but I know through the clients I can't do that yet, so that's fine. But let's go ahead. We'll set that up. That means in the lobby, this actually really does kind of clean things up a bit too here for us, because we can go ahead, just have a list of players, and instead of having a list of teams, then when we're done, grab the teams from the what do we call it, the game manager, and just pass them all into there. So go ahead, I'm going to put this instead of teams, and I think I still called them beam player, and I want a list of them. Already thinking ahead. And if anyone has any questions, feel free, jump into chat and say it. Oh, today I've got the music just playing around for me. It doesn't matter what I play and how YouTube friendly it's supposed to be. It gets flagged, so you can't hear the music. So if you want to hear music, put your own on. Sorry. Okay, so we've got a list of players. We're going to get some errors down here where we add them to teams. I'll play around with that in a bit. What I'm going to do down here is I want to create a new method. It will be private. Does not return anything. And I'm just going to say add player, which is going to take a being a participant, which I'm just going to call BP. And what we want to do is check to see, whoops, see if they are already in the list and add them if not. Then at the end, check to, oops, check to see if we have enough, my fingers, enough players to start the game. If so, let's do it. Of the join game. So we change scenes. Now this scene is not Unity scenes, it's Beam scenes. And we've talked about that a few times. All right, so I'm gonna come down here, we're gonna take a look. If they've clicked the button, I'm still gonna keep that there. Well, we know it doesn't work. Let's just comment it out. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add player. And we're still gonna pass in an E participant. And down here, we are going to go ahead and set the disabled button once that is enabled, where we can actually do it per person before we switch them, before we switch the scene. We need to change it to, I am actually going to need another scene open. Let me just bring this over here. Oh, even better yet, let's put it on there. Just so I can actually see the scenes. So we're going to go from default. And again, once we actually have the ability to distinguish between, actually, no, we can do that tonight. Because these are, you put stuff into groups or people into groups, and then each group can have their own layout or scene. So people that are in the game, we'll put them in the game lobby, and the people that are not in the game, we'll throw them in the crowd. Great, so we have that. Everyone following? So there's nothing else I'm going to do here for now. So let's come up here. I know there's a way to do players.contain, right? There we go. So we can say if players dot contains, except we don't want it to be a beam players. We actually want it. We are doing beam players. We'll have to convert the beam participant into a player. Contains, and then wherever we want, if they do, return, don't add them. We'll come up here and say Bream. Yeah, I had a Bream one day. Beam player, and I'm going to call this, let's change this, B part, and insert. And down here, we'll call this BP. So beam player equals new beam player. The player, all we need to do is pass in the B part. That'll go ahead and set that up for us. Then we can check to see they exist here. If they do, don't add them again. We'll leave. Okay, so if they don't, well, if they're not in there, then we'll go ahead and add them. So players.add BP. But just out of curiosity, what music is everyone listening to right now? Let me check here. What are my plans for future tutorials? Well, I'm probably still be playing around with Beam for the next little while. We are going to be starting up the hack and slash one again. We finally got enough people on Patreon. We hit that $100 goal, so I'll probably be starting that up. But it will be after a bit more of the Beam stuff, because I really want to get stuff up and running in Beam. I love the system, and it's something I'm probably going to want to integrate into every game. I don't know why you wouldn't. The whole audience, it's easy to reach. Roan Ranger 2001. Hey, how you doing? I'm over at Beam now. Do I still have it? Beam.pro / BurgZergArcade. I've started streaming over there. I really like it over here. But I do still stream to Twitch because I know some people have trouble with Beam still because it's still new. So feel free to hit the one you want. I do check the others' comments periodically, but mostly for I check Beam. Well, you can thank all the patrons over at, I don't even know my own URL, patreon.com / BurgZergArcade. Shut up, Grandma, grow a beard, jump in the beard, drink to the beard, cause beards are good and scruff. I forgot my bot. Thank you for the follow. Shrek Ant TV. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. We have both. Okay, anyway. But yeah, I think it's patreon.com / BurgZergArcade. Now we're gonna have to set more goals. Let's see. So yeah, if they're already in there, don't add them. If they're not in there, we'll add them. And then we also have to check to see how many people we have. So if players dot count, actually, this is the way most people do it. They'll sit there and go players dot count is greater than, and it's up here, number of players per team times number of teams. Number of players per team. Apparently I spelled that wrong a couple times. Number of players per team times stupid insert. As soon as I see it, I click it, it just throws me. A number of teams what about methods for those in here? I'm gonna have UI elements for these. Anyway, this will probably have to be removed. But anyway, this is the way a lot of people do it, and it's fine. What you gotta watch out for is when you start getting into those comparisons versus assignments. I see a lot of people who end up, maybe not in this case because it's a list, but maybe you're just checking the value of a variable. I don't know, maybe it's some integer, and you meant to compare, but you accidentally missed out and you have an assignment. You're much better off to take that variable and put it at the end. The statement is still the exact same. The number of players times the number of teams is equal to CNT, but if you accidentally screw up, make a typo, and instead of doing a comparison, you do an assignment, you'll get an error. It makes debugging a hell of a lot easier down the road, especially those 3 in the morning ones. when you actually get an error you can understand, instead of trying to go through stuff going, I don't understand why this isn't working. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and check to see if the player count is less than if it's less than that, return. We don't need to do anything else. Now, if it's greater than that, then we have to do something else. And I'm going to make this a separate function where we call out to start the game. Now I'm going to do that down here. The void start game. And to be honest, I think I want to do this. I'm going to be moving this to the game manager later. But for simplicity's sakes, let's go ahead and keep it all in the same script. And apparently I've already got that one there. Really? Okay, what's my other start game doing? Okay, it goes ahead, it creates the teams. Oh, this is when they hit the button. Let's change it to create teams then. Okay. In here is where we want to complete the rest of this. So change the scenes for the people in the game and out of the game. Pass all of the players to a team. Yeah, I see some stuff going by here. YouTube Shark46. Hey, how you doing? Just creating a game, but we're actually adding interactive abilities based off of Beam. If you take a look here underneath the video on Beam, we can put all these different buttons there, and you can actually allow viewers to interact with the actual game you're playing. So let's go ahead, we'll fix this up here. To be honest, I'm going to comment it all out. Control C. CK, there we go. Stop. Oh, we got an error. We're not making the teams now. Yeah, like I said, eventually it should be something that's so simple. It's something that you probably want to put into all your games so that streamers can play with their audience, or you yourself. To be honest, I was thinking about after this game is done, it should be one of those things that I can easily just put it up on some little server somewhere, and it can have its own Beam channel where people just come and play. That should go now. Okay. Okay, so we have what, the play button down there. Hit play game. Should show up. There we go. And we hit it. Game manager, open this up. Players, we have one. If I hit it again, it's still adding me. It shouldn't do that. Anyone else see the button if they want to give it a hit? Let's see if they add you. Let me know if you can't see the button. You should be able to see it if you're on Beam. James Carter, welcome to the stream. Glad you like it. Mike, so you listen to pretty much anything? Same here. Let me quickly check the other one. Yep. I see TV. They clicked it a few times. Okay, so apparently we got a bit of a problem right here. Um, why is this returning false? Because it contains this player already. Return. We don't want to be in there anymore. If they don't contain it, then we go ahead and add it. And this big empty space is going to drive me nuts. Okay. Click. So it shows false. I'm not in there. Now let's click. It still shows false. Okay, well, apparently my understanding of contain is completely different. Yes, this will work on. Right now, I haven't actually tested it. Let me pull up their SDK stuff under this one. Right now, they don't have the Unity one here, but they do have different clients already. It's already baked into Xbox. And as far as the Unity version, I don't think the Unity version. I think I read somewhere that it doesn't work on Xbox yet, but it's one of the near plans to get it to work there. But yes, you should be able to have this work on anything. And as far as the interactive buttons go, yes, they also work already on stuff. Actually, it's in here. If I go back to it, right here, this is the full screen. So if you've got larger than, I think it's 960 or above resolution, then of course the tablet resolution, which I believe was 540 to 960, they'll get this view. And if they're on a phone, they get a different view. And of course, if I expand this, you actually see more of it. But you get the idea. You can go ahead and customize the UI according to the pixels on the device you're looking at. C# list dot contain. Determines well an element is in the list. The value can be null for reference types. The website, it's beam.pro. You're on it. You go to the main page, hit the little beam icon up in the corner. There's an actual developer section. You can click on that and start getting more information. Watch my past streams here. Okay, so this guy makes a new list of cubes. Goes ahead and he adds a few cubes. All right. That writes them out. Then he's got this other one. he's got dog. So why is mine not working? Oh, check my logic. Check your privilege. Okay, yeah, no, that's true. If players dot contains BP, return false. That is right. But I know it does. I see it. I need to hit the play game button. So I'm there. We can open me up. We can see everything about me. I'm level 81. Suck it. There we go. Tyler joined. I have no idea why it keeps adding me. An exact. Oh. These are separate instances of players. They're not checking if they're equal. They're just checking if it's the same one. So what if I do B part?
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Up in the beard! Drink to the beard, cause beards are good! And scruff!
YouTube Shark 466. Thanks for the host and the follow. And on Beam. Well, I already know you came from YouTube. Name kind of gives it away, plus I've seen you over there. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll switch this over to, instead of being Beam players, let's do Beam participants. And we're going to get Beam participants, which I'm still going to call BP. I just like it better. Oops. Then instead of making our own, we can actually do it with the people in the list after. Let's try that. I believe it's going to return the, not a copy, but the exact instance of it. We'll find out. Play. I'm in. Oh, got a null reference. What did I miss out? I was checking something out here. Oh, you can't get the website to work with your phone? It's turned off right now. You can only click it when I have the actual game running. Let me fix this error first, though. And it was on this line, right? Ah, too many dark. This one. Too many dark IDEs now. wrong with my players array? It should be popping up here right at the very end. Ah. And it's funny because it worked fine when it was what do I have a typo down here? See, and that one shows up. So it's a beam participant that's being passed in. That's what's being passed in. Why doesn't that list show up? Oh, is it not? No, it doesn't need to be serialized. For me to join that game, are you going to what? Are you going to put a link in the message? The game's not done yet. You can't play it yet. The SDK still has a lot of bugs in it too that are still being ironed out. Like this one, for instance. Why the hell can I not make a list of Beam players? I'll have to move this to start. This is the mono behavior. I shouldn't need to do this. Again, it's still not just showing up. It's not showing up, but it works now. Why? I can't see the list of people. It's serialized field, the list. The only difference is the type. There we go. We got the player list, but we can't get the this one. Ah, not gonna get an error. Just make a phone build. All you have to do is just come up into your build settings, pick Android, iOS, whatever you want, and build. That is bizarre. I've never encountered that. I'm going to rename this though now. I don't think it has anything to do with the variable name. No, it just disappears. I can't make a list of beam participants, which really blows. But it works now. What we want is bp.username. What I'm going to do is every time someone joins, so the create teams. Let's quickly check this. We're going to add it. As long as we have less than the total number we need, we're just going to return back. Once we have what we need, we'll go ahead, we'll create teams, which comes down here. And down here, I want to go ahead and for each beam participant, P in beam participant debug.log. So in this case, we're going to need 4 people to hit the button. Let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, Beam took a while. Beam player, I don't think I have access to that class. Um, or the Beam participant. There's a way to go. Is it go to definition? Oh, they are letting me in. Some of the stuff they have locked, you can't get into. So let's go ahead. We'll make it serializable. I can't do anything in here. Um, I'll have to send him a note. Do I know how long what it's going to take to make the game? I have no idea. Depends how many bugs I find, like this. Let's go ahead. We'll try it out. Yes, it's serializable. The problem is the value that I'm getting is the actual Beam participant one. If I inherit from it, the event that's sending me that message is a Beam participant, and if I can't change it. I already had one that inherited from it. Well, it didn't inherit from it. I could try that. Anyway, let's go. We'll check this out first. So we're gonna need 4 people. Okay, I've clicked it. So it's not letting me add anymore. So we need 3 more people to click it with me. Okay, we got 2 of us in there. How many people? Let me know in chat how many people have clicked it besides me. Looks like we got 3. One more person clicked the button. I think that'll be enough. Okay. That should have been 4. Okay. Let me quickly jump back in. Let me just debug it when it adds people. Screw off, you stupid insert. We add the username. Now we have a
You need
total.
to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grab a beer! Dump in the beer, drink to the beer, cause beers are good and scruff!
What do we got here? Dan. Can't make that font bigger over there. Danny Lolo Locolo too. Anyway, thanks for the follow over on Twitch. If you want, you can come over to Beam and hang out with us. Now we have a total of And then we have beam participants dot count. Jump back in. Let's go ahead, bring this down to number of teams 2, number of players 1. Play the game. Click the button. We have a total of 1 person. So go ahead, start clicking. While you guys do that, I'm going to quickly check comments on the other services over on YouTube. And again, thanks for everyone for showing up. Bonquin, we're over on beam.pro. Here, let me shoot you the link. There's buttons over on beam.pro. We're building an interface where on the website you can actually interact with the games that people are playing. So beam.pro / BurgZergArcade. There you go. Okay. So we've had 3 people click it. That should have been enough. I thought I had this as 1. Why did that go up? Oh, because I have it in start. That was a late night. Hang on. Now I only need 2 people to click, so. And I'll be 1. That means only 1 more person. So I've clicked. We have a total of 1. If 1 more person clicks. There we go. Why is it showing all these extra ones? Okay, let me see what's going on here now. Oh! So it's working. It went there. That's why. It was showing it was showing this message. That's why. I haven't set it up to stop allowing people to click. We should put that up here too. Yeah, it was the join button that I was asking people to click. Okay, so
Welcome.
oh, welcome. And welcome. Oh, sorry, that comes from something else. I missed what the welcome was for. There we go. Another follower on Twitch. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Like I said, we are over at beam.pro. Okay, so we know this is working now. Create teams. And it's getting down to here. So the first thing we have to do is when we get down to here, let's go ahead and switch all the people that clicked buttons into
You need to shave this
the
thing.
proper
Shut
group.
up, Grandma, grow a beard. Up in the beard, drink to the beard, 'cause beards are good and scruff.
Sorry, I gotta bring this up here. I keep missing it. On Twitch, Quaris9. Thank you for the follow. I really do have to get 2 different monitors set up here so I can actually read them better. Right now, I have a big 4K display over here. It's a TV though that I'm putting into an arcade cabinet, but You know, works great as a secondary display when I'm just working, but for streaming, it's not very good. But it works, right? You work with what you have. Okay, so we're getting here. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and make sure that we have the people in the game lobby and the people in the crowd. So that means the buttons that you see there are going to change. So if we go ahead, jump back into this one. What was it? Right here. So this is where we get into the beam scenes. By default, everyone starts here. We want to switch over. People not playing will get the boo and cheer button. The people that are playing get put into the game lobby. They'll have a quick game and you're on team XXX. So we need to make those groups first. Now this is something I'm going to do in start, I think. So beam group. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to move this over to the game manager again later. So I'm just going to call this crowd. They will be equal to a new beam group. This beam group takes a group ID and a scene ID. So we need a string ID for the group and a string for the scene ID. So just so I don't forget, we need it like that. The crowd, they are going to be in this group. Oh, sorry. This is the scene. And let's go ahead and they need I already forget. Was it group ID? Yeah, group ID, then scene ID. And I simply am just going to use crowd as their group ID as well. Then we need another one for the people that are playing. And we'll call this players. Their group will be players, but they will have a scene ID of group lobby. Okay. Got so much cleanup to do. But hey, that's part of learning a new SDK, right? Boom, boom, boom. And so right in here is where we got to go ahead and figure out who goes into what. So I know I can get a list of all the participants in my chat by doing something like, I'm just going to quickly, whoops. I just want to comment this part out. Come on. So we can do p dot username, and this is going to change to let's do the beam manager. I think we can just get it through. That's another thing too, is that they have beam dot participants, and then they also have beam manager dot singleton instance participants. Basically, they have a beam manager and a beam, and they both seem to be the exact same thing. I think they want you to start using this though. But anyway, And this gives you an I list. Oh, it's one of those damn I lists again. Helps if I actually throw the debug in there too, I heard. We'll make it yellow. And p.username. And right before that, let's go ahead and do debug.log beam.participants.count with the capital C. And I'm actually going to move this to start. Just for testing. So this should be 12, and it should list all the people in it. Oh, we got an error. Oh. Duh. Completely the wrong spot to do it. I might just be able to set the groups up there and wait till I'm initialized and then make the groups. That's what I thought. Let's go ahead. And I don't think serializing them will do anything.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Up in the beard! Drink to
Bill.
the beard, cause beards are good! And scruff!
And thank you for the follow. Panic Crisis on Twitch. And Malik, how you doing? Just let me finish this here off, and then I'll catch up on chat in just a second here. Serialized field. And I'm going to move both of these down to the bottom.
Welcome.
Welcome. That's Panic Crisis. That's a different system. I stopped. You'll get 2 welcomes if you're over on Twitch. Soloing, I'm not sure what you're sour about. Anyway, let me know. The problems that I have to log in to participate. I didn't think you have to log into Beam to participate. I don't think you need an account. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then again, if you go ahead and make an account, you've reserved your name, right? Okay, so a couple ways we can do it. The better way would probably be to go beam dot on go interactive. Actually, I didn't check to see if I think it's an event, right? On interactive. And then we'll go ahead down here, make sure we add beam.on interactive. Go interactive. Negative equals. And I got on button. I want to fix that. On go interactive. I'm looking at the wrong one. Void on go interactive. And I'll fix that in just a second here. We could also just do this in the no, we should actually go ahead and grab an event for it. Oh, sorry, it sends the beam.pro state. What was the handle I needed? Not showing me. I thought they had a better defined one. I guess not. Oh, what am I doing wrong now? Let me quickly catch up on chat. Um, it seems like every night I find a few bugs that stop me though. And some of it is just the logic of the way they've done things that I don't understand why they did them that way. The documentation is just very sparse. I understand it's very early beta, but even in some of their other systems that they've have a lot for, like Node, Java, and Python to some extent, their documentation is still pretty sparse there. And it seems like every system seems to be constructed basically different. So what you read up on Node might not work as far, is not structured the same inside of Java as far as API calls. I don't know. Maybe they got different people working on different libraries. I don't know. And this actually has to be moved down there too. I can't go ahead and start and try to grab access. Uh, the earliest I could do it would be on the start game. It has to be after this is called. But I'm going to go ahead and just put it down here anyway. When we go interactive, then I can go ahead and set stuff up. Provided I've got that set up right. I haven't tried that yet. So we got 3 people in our stream, it says. So we got 1 person that clicked the button. I've clicked the button. And we're getting all this here. This doesn't seem right. It says we only have 3 people in the stream on Beam. And when I look at Beam, we have 10. What I'm seeing. There are 3 with green dots beside them. Who were they? BurgZerg, Ivo, and Tyler. Okay. No. I'm not sure why it only says 3. Let's go ahead and we'll try that again. So I'm connected. Again, it says there's only 3 people. I have no idea why it's saying there's only 3 people. If you do not see your name listed and you're in Beam chat, say hi. To Shrieken, he's pressing the button. Hmm. Okay, well, let's just go into create teams. I forget what I called the group already. Players. I guess maybe, how do I switch to the people that are not in the group? I'm guessing I go through the participants. The beam manager dot singleton dot participants. So I'll go ahead, set everyone to crowd. Then I'll go ahead and take everyone that's actually playing the game and switch them over to the players tab. Now, to be fair, like I said, I don't think we have the ability to go ahead and switch individual people yet. So this might switch everyone. That cracks me up. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's try doing it the other way with the beam manager. Okay, here we go. So to get this to work, we need at least 3 people. 2 people. All right. So again, it's only showing 3 people. I went ahead and added myself. It could be. That's what I was wondering because well, Ivor, I haven't seen him say anything though in chat. Okay, well, my button disappeared. Now, I read about a bug that allows you to only switch scenes once. So let me go ahead. Well, if we get enough people, Everyone should be switched to crowd. It's an exclusion thing. So now we have BurgZerg, iBoard, and TV. Oh, let me click. Okay, so it worked in the sense that it took us out of there. I don't know why. I'm not getting any scene. Let's make sure I spelt it right. While I'm here. I could be. Let me take a look at the chat, the debug again for that. So it's saying that there's only 3 people in the room. We have 13. Oh, you have boo cheer buttons? Everyone was supposed to only have boo cheer. So you did get boo cheer? Mythos is showing boo cheer. Same for you. Okay, I wasn't. Let's try it again then. So I've clicked it. Someone else click it. Okay, Mythos clicked it. So I have nothing showing. So Mythos, you clicked it. Do you have any buttons showing? Or whoever clicked it?
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard!
Panic Crisis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
And scruff!
And on Beam, welcome to Beam. Okay, I think it was Mythos. It looks like it was Mythos according to the debug. You have boo cheer? Let me do it again and I won't click it. Let's see what happens. Whoops. Because I'm getting nothing, as you can see. So 2 other people click it. Okay, so it added Shriekin, and we added TV. TV Lee. Is it Tyler? I feel stupid calling you a TV. Anyway, I'm not getting it. Depending if you're on low latency or not. I am not. Okay, it's Thomas. Okay, I thought so. I'm gonna go ahead and spark up Firefox. I found I had less issues in Firefox. And Shark, that's not very polite to come in someone else's stream and ask people to come watch you. People are going to put you on an ignore list for that.
Shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Up in the beard! Drink to the beard! Cause beards are good! And scruff!
Cool material? Yeah, cool material. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Beam stream. Oh, I gotta close the one over here. Now, see, I have to join game one again. There, now I got boot cheer. If I refresh, what happens? I'm gonna give it a bit. Yeah, I think if more than two people try clicking it that I haven't clicked it already, or they're not currently in the game. Hmm. Let me start it from scratch again, see if it works better in Firefox. Okay. We got Panic Crisis, and okay, it went to boot here for me right away. So it might have just been a Chrome thing. It could be one of the plugins I have. I have absolutely nothing in Firefox if I like using it. This time we have five people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 showing up. But as you can see, we have 13. Last night when I was playing with this, it worked fine. I don't know what's different. Um, Now I got two things bothering me with it. Let's go ahead, jump in. I'm going to put this part in its own function. Void viewers. And that way there, I can call it from here. Actually, I don't need to call it from here when we first start up. Every time someone joins or quits, we'll call it. Oh, I want to use the function I made. Okay. So let's try just switching the people that are in the group. Let's switch them over to see if we can do that. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try it. There we go. Oh, I'm missing it. Okay, here's what you should have. Is there anyone that didn't click the button that has this? Or people that click the button and do not have this? Yeah, like I said, there seems to be a lot of problems with that. I've already submitted one bug report on the Beam participants. Just to reiterate, if there's anyone that is in the Beam chat that did not click the join button and has this display, I'd like to know. And if there's anyone that did click it and does not have this display, I'd like to know that too. Unfortunately, on Firefox, I'm not getting that super low latency. Hmm. No one? Okay, no one clicked the button this time around. I just want to see the list. So it's saying we have 9 viewers. And it looks like we actually have 12. So first it said we had 3 viewers, then it went 4, then it said there was 5, then it's 7, 8, 9. Let's find out what's causing all these changes. If no one's doing anything, there's only 3 states you can be in: leave, joined, or disabled. View disabled. Well, let's go debug.log. I'm going to want the e.participant.username. And then e.participant. .state. Let's just see what's causing all the changes. Is it the new UI popping up? That could be it. Because right now you have nothing. I click this. Oh, do certain people have, okay, joined. Okay, I'm going to click the button. Let's see what happens. Okay. So for some reason, it's not detecting everyone joining the room when the game first starts up. Anyway, I'm just going to uncomment that for now. I do still want to have this down here, so as soon as we go interactive, we can make these rooms. Before we go, we got the group, we got display. Let's try. Let's take a look at this. I need a mono behavior. I can't inherit from in this because I need it as a mono behavior. Um, what about groups? Yeah, they're not serializable either. Actually, did they show up here? Let me check. I don't think so, right? No, they're not. They're not showing up. Now I know you can manually add them. Okay, so here we go. It's loaded up all the participants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 participants according to this. Um, it shows groups too. Here's your scenes. And I probably should load them up by default as well. Where was it that we could do groups? So there's all of the different buttons I have between all of the different scenes or controls as they're called. Hmm. I'm going to file that as an issue. What do you think? I think if they, I think it should be a, yeah, I want them serializable. Um, just give me a second to file that out. Oh, they closed one. Let me just check. Okay. Actually, let's type it out. Make sure I got it right. What's the proper term for this? I call them tags. I don't think that's the proper nomenclature in C# for these. But anyway, could we get the added to the Beam players and Beam participants and Beam groups? This is used in Unity. Ah, man, you sit over here a bit more. As much as I like my new mat that I stand on, every time I move a little bit on it, it actually like moves across the floor. It travels, drives the hell out of me. So I like to stand in the middle of it, but if it keeps moving, then I keep moving. This is used in this is used in the Unity groups. I don't think I'm explaining it right, but throw it out there. Yeah. When I first started playing with it, it was in the interactive 1.0, and I thought it worked really well. Then they came out with Beam 2.0, and while I love the stuff they're promising in Beam 2.0, I have to admit, it seemed to introduce a lot of bugs. Um, I'm using Firefox right now. I find I have less issues with it. Also, depending on the plugins you have, apparently. Okay, so I'm not actually adding them to a group yet. So let's go ahead. We'll add them to a group. So the participants. Oh, I am adding them to a group. Sorry. And I think that's actually all I wanted to get achieved for today, was just to go ahead and get them sorted and put into a group. Yeah, I'm live over on all three right now because it could be a little laggy, or shouldn't say lag. It could be a little buggy for some people on Beam. I like it. I like everything that they have going for it. So I want to stay here. But there are definitely issues. Keep this down. Oh, next I want to put them on teams. So they're all in one group of players. Now break the players into teams, which we actually have up here. Um, the difference is now we're going to go ahead. This sucks not being able to mass uncomment. And I know everyone keeps saying Control C, Control U. Doesn't work for me. Let me try it one more time. There's only a few more lines here. Try this. It just makes everything lowercase for me. Oh, okay, it worked that time. You got to first K, then U. See, Control K doesn't work for me. I have to press to comment stuff out. If I press Control C, doesn't do anything. If I press Control, hit C, hold it down, then oh, that wasn't working either. Control C, that worked that time. It doesn't work all the time for me. Control C, nothing. Control K, nothing. Control C, worked that time. Oh, Control K, then Control C. Okay. So Control K, Control C. Then Control K, Control U. Okay. Now that makes more sense. Oh, I went ahead and got rid of the teams. Oh, that's right, because I was going to pass that off. Well, I can just move this method later. I'm still not sure why I have to initialize it like this up here too. For mono behaviors, I've never had to do that. Okay, in start, I think I was originally setting. Yeah. So in start, I was going ahead and saying no. Add 2 new teams. Okay. Okay, I was doing that right here, which makes more sense to do it there. We got all this working. I'm gonna comment all my debugs out down here. Now, since I have a list of people, after I'm done going ahead and switching all the controls off, let's go ahead and call this function up here, assign players to team. And we'll have to get rid of the data type. So right here. So we can go in and say for each. I didn't. We still have to switch them over to beam players from beam participants. So we'll add them to the group and then we'll do it. Yeah, it'll be so much easier once they make it a serialized field. Just thinking, if I inherit from it, I lose it as a mono behavior, but I can just have it as a property of a bigger. We'll just leave it like that. We'll just wait for him. Anyway, so I'm going to come in here and say for each beam participant BP in beam participants. Let me catch up on chat. I've been missing it. Don't worry, Panic Crisis. I'll probably forget by tomorrow or the next day, so I'll need reminding. Oh, you're okay. I'm just catching up on chat. Like I said, I'm in Beam chat, so I can catch that quite often. For every other chat, I have to come over and take a look. Yeah, I'm making a game for. It's just a game in general, very simple game, but it uses the interactive controls on Beam to allow people that are watching you stream your game to actually be able to jump in the game and play with you as well. And think of it as team a turn-based team Bomberman game. It's a very simple game. I don't think it'll be fun once you start adding some flashy graphics to it. I don't think it'll be fun having, just picture it, huge, massive battles with your viewers, or just random people in general. And of course, since the interactive abilities are really just a networked GUI, you could go ahead and tie this into any system. That bot that I'm running, which by the way, if you're on Beam or on Twitch, it works now. Exclamation mark spin, and you can say how many credits you want to spin. That's for the slot machine. There's roulette, there's bank heist, there's like Russian roulette. There's that. There's 5 games total. I can't remember what all of them are. Those are finally working. I could actually go ahead and tie this interface into the bots as well. You can even write your own bot. And yeah, it's like the possibilities are nearly endless what you can do with this. And that's why I really like it. I lost the spin. I'll go figure. Here, who wants to join me in a heist? I'll throw in 100 credits. You can find out how many credits you have by doing exclamation mark. I think it's points. Yeah. So the tokens are, should change that command to tokens. But the tokens are how much you have. Man, I've lost a lot. I used to have over 1,000. Yeah, right. Okay, anyway. Enough playing around. Oh, we got people joining. I'm still not 100% sure what I was doing wrong with the bot. But I got it working and I was just like, I'm good. Okay. So I can't use BP because it's already used.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Up in the beard! Drink to the beard!
Go, Charlie. Thank you for the follow on me.
Extra!
Welcome to the crew. We still need a good name for the people too. But anyway, we can get to that later. I'm going to go ahead. The first thing we want to do is figure out a random team for them to be on. Yeah. Then go ahead, turn them into a beam player, which of course now is going to be P. Oh, who won? All right, we all made our way to the getaway boat. Woo! I made 25 tokens. That is so addictive. I find myself sometimes sitting at school in between classes and I'll be like, oh, let's go gamble a few tokens. Who says crime never pays? All right. I'm going to keep this in here because I may want to debug, and actually for now I think I will do. So this will tell me what random team got picked. So I'm going to go ahead, grab that random team, add the player. Then we go ahead and check to see if that team is full. If it is, we throw out we're going to debug out that the team is full. we're going to go ahead and go out to the game manager, add this team to that game manager because it's a completed team and that team is ready to play. I know I'm doing air quotes, but deal with it. Then we're going to go ahead and remove that team from the list of available teams that are still waiting for players. That's what this little blocker code does. Again, just quickly reiterate. We go ahead, add a player to whatever random team we picked. Then we go ahead and check to see if that team is full. And we just debug out if it is. If it is full, we take this team, add it to our game manager's list of teams, and these are teams that are completely full and ready to play. Then we go ahead and take this team and remove it from this list of teams that we're adding players to because, well, it's already full. It doesn't need any more. That way there, we don't have to keep iterating through teams that are already full in order to place players. And then down here, all I'm doing is debugging out the BP player to a string. We'll check this in just a second here. Let me catch up on chat. Someone did a study for a book and found that bank robbers really don't pay. On average, you'd make like $25K a year robbing banks, and most robbers get caught after 5 robberies. So you make $25K a year? Man, like, there's people working at grocery stores here that make more than that. Oh well. So let's go ahead. We'll try this out. This should add them to teams. And we'll come into here. And let's up it to 4 players. So now we got 2 teams of 2 people. What do we have? We have 10 people still watching. So we'll go ahead. So we have the team size 0. That's going to change as soon as we start. We're going to create 2 teams of 2 players. And here's where they add them after they're full. So let's go. Who will be the first 4 to join the team? Take it for it. First. Right here. No, not first. Okay, I screwed something up because now I'm not even being added. Anyone else click it? Get something out of it? There we go. Let's go through the log. So I was on. Is it Bonquin? I'm not sure. Let me know if I'm wrong. Mythos clicked. And Danny. What was this one from? Okay, that was the random team. And then, so if we go ahead and look at the teams, we'll open them up. So team 1 got me and Bonquin. Team 2 got Mythos and Danny. All right. That's all I really wanted to get to today. And my UI, I'm not getting anything. I wonder if it's because I have it scaled. Let me bring it down. Oh, that's what the problem was when I was on Chrome. Because it's a 4K display and I have it a few feet away from me, small text, I can't read it, so I've been making it bigger. And apparently when you make it bigger, it gets hidden. Important to know. So I can go up to 120 and still have it show. So this is the UI I'm getting. What UI is everyone else getting? Oh. Um, so everyone that joined, I assume, has the same. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to change the text yet on the buttons. So Tyler has joined game. Well, that's awesome because that means you can have different UI for different groups. Let me go ahead and try to fix that again. Change that, I should say. Now there's a bug already logged that you can't switch the display more than once for people. So I'm going to re-enable this, and this should go ahead and set everyone to the crowd, and the people that are playing, switch them over to the group. So everyone should have cheer and boo except for the people in the group. You need 4 people. I'll go ahead and let you guys join. We'll run it twice. Once with me in it, once with me out it, so I can see both. So go ahead, jump in, and I want to see if my UI changes. Let me know if you've clicked it since we've restarted it. And apparently I'm not getting the low latency mode. Oh, boo and cheer. There we go. So I've got the crowd UI. Yeah, boo and cheer. I don't know. I'll throw some debugs in there and we'll see. Okay, so the people that joined the team, everyone got boo cheer. That has to do with the bug that was filed. We start off on default. I switch you over to this. And then I'd have to make 2 lists, one and exclude you from the others. And I don't want to do that right now, where I want to wait till they get the participants list working right, where if people leave, we could do it. Let me try this. Like if I put this first, and all the players that are playing will get the you're on Team X thing, and then all the other people will get this one. But that's only because
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Up in the beard, drink to the beard, cause beards are good and scruff!
I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Star something. Star Squalor? Star Stalcor? Anyway, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. First time on Beam? I didn't stop it. I did stop it. Okay. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. I like doing it this method. Switch everyone over to the crowd. Then the people that are playing, switch them in. This is how I want it for the game. But with the bug that's currently in there, once I switch everyone over to this, then trying to switch the players over, we can't until that patch comes out. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Because I know, like I said, this is the way I want it with the game. They actually get it working. Oh, Star Killer. Oh, Stalker. Ah, okay. Star Stalker. Okay.